welcome to another episode of the R.A.P Radio Show with me as your host, Ryan A. Polk. And sorry we was chiming in on the CP time, but we had technology that was on CP time, so that's the reason why they was on Negro time actually. The technology was, so that's the reason why we are running behind. But we're in here, we're in the studio, and today is it's an extra episode because y'all know I'm usually here on Thursdays, but today is an extra one. And before I introduce my guests, if you guys have any questions, concerns, or if you want to give us some shit, or if you want to argue with us, or even debate with us, we'd love to hear what you got to say, or we would love to argue with you. You can give us a call at wait a minute, let me go over here to my notes because I don't even know the phone number by heart. It is 216-939-5087. That is 216-939-5087. And here at No Static, we are always looking for sponsors. And if you ever if you're ever interested in sponsoring to any shows here at No Static, feel free to send an email at No Static Radio. Okay, decisive. Let me know if I get this right. 1966@gmail.com.
No Static Radio 16@gmail.com.
Okay, No Static Radio 16@gmail.com. All right. Okay, I was close enough. But all right. So that's what you got to do in order to if you want to sponsor. Always looking for sponsors because who wouldn't want to sponsor to Cleveland's #1 internet radio station? You got to do it. But with me today, got two special guests, and these are first. I want to introduce the woman who is behind the upcoming fashion show that I'm about to be walking in, which is for the Whistle Down Evolution of Style, which is presented by Embrace.Curves, and I'd like to introduce the woman who is behind this and the woman who also pretty much had hired me for it, Darcia Boyd. Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh, should I?
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Okay. This is new for me.
So it's new?
Yeah, I feel special.
Oh man, well, we're supposed to on the R.A.P Radio Show. All my guests supposed to feel special. Y'all special guests.
I feel really special.
You're supposed that's part of the job. You're supposed to feel special. But good. I'm so happy to have you on. And with me, I have one of the models. He's kind of been like he was pretty much like my model teacher through these past few weeks. We kind of been like Peter Parker and Miles Morales in Spider-Verse. Please let me welcome Hugh. Yes.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure working with you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm learning as I teach you, so
definitely.
You've been doing pretty good, so proud of you.
Thank you, Matt. Yes, well, I'm looking forward, man, to ripping the runway with you, man. And for those who don't know, the fashion show, it is going to be on Sunday, October the 1st, at the Mediterranean Party Center, which is located at 25021 Rockside Road, Bedford Heights, Ohio. That is on Sunday, October the 1st, Mediterranean Party Center, 25021 Rockside Road, Bedford Heights, Ohio, 44146. Formal attire is required. No tennis shoes, no jeans, and no t-shirts. They are not bullshitting. That is the truth. If you come up in there looking like you just out there kicking it in the streets, something like that, you will not be able to get to attend the fashion show. It's very professional, graceful, sinuous, smooth. It's gonna be that type of vibe. And we currently got tickets on Eventbrite. We sold out the VIP ASAP. Yeah, VIP tickets were sold out ASAP, and we currently some general admission left only, and
We're almost sold out, y'all.
almost sold out. Oh no, you good. Or can they pay at the door, Darcia, or no?
They can pay at the door, but once we reach that max, I highly suggest that you get your tickets now because it's not a guarantee that it'll be seated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we only got 70 something left now.
Okay, so
70
70.
something tickets left, and Cleveland is very small, or large and small at the same time.
Yeah.
So make sure you get those tickets. Tickets they going.
Yeah.
They're going.
Yeah, so she ain't lying. I mean, the tickets and the
We
VIP
were just
tickets.
at 100.
Yeah.
At the big top of the week Monday, and we're down to 70 something. So y'all better quit playing.
Just keep it real. Go ahead and get them now. Go on the site now because they're going to be gone. It's going to be a great show. Darcia and the Embrace.Curves organization runs a tight ship. You know, very serious. They're very serious about the dress code as well. You're going to want to be there. It's going to be elegant, classy, and fun. It's going to be a real good time. So, you know, I would suggest you get those tickets right away.
Yeah. Hey, you heard it from both the founder and one of the models. So you better get them tickets ASAP. And
ASAP.
oh, wait a minute, Cannon Shooter on IG. He said he got his.
He the shooter.
Oh yeah. Oh,
He the shooter.
I'm about to ready to say. I mean, I thought we like made a sale just now. But yeah, man, I'm really, you know what, I'm really am looking forward to it because this is my first time. You know, walking with you guys. Well, walking with you guys, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but this has got to be my, I would say, probably my 5th or 6th
So how you
fashion
feel?
show.
How do you feel?
How do I feel? Honestly, like any other show, I feel tense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm always tense for a show because I'm one of those people where when I'm given a task, I like to do 100%. You know, because I hate to fail. I hate to fail and I hate to mess up. And you know, have I ever messed up in a fashion show before? No, but it's just, but once I'm out there on the runway, I'm feeling good. You know, I just love it. You know, I love the spotlight. I love to entertain, and I just be loving the reactions that I be getting from when I am on the runway. But overall, I'm really looking forward to it. Yes, yeah, really looking forward to it.
It's gonna be a really dope show, and I've seen you progress even from when we first started in our first rehearsal. So you should feel real good.
Oh man,
real good. Don't be nervous.
Yeah.
And don't beat yourself up. Don't be so hard on yourself about worrying about why. You know what I'm saying? I got to get it right. Got to get it right.
Yeah.
No, just be yourself.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's just how I've just always been. You know, always been that. Because I'm one of the people that just really just like hate to lose, and I'm very competitive.
Well, what you lose? We ain't competing.
Well, I mean, I don't want to make I don't want to make you guys look bad. You know, I don't make the brand look bad. I don't want to make myself look bad. No, so that's all really how it is when it comes to, as far as for doing a good job and then trying to bring my perfection.
I mean, it's the same here. I mean, you're gonna have some anxiety, right? But I think a lot of it is involved with merely the anticipation of the show. All right, it's less than a week left. We know it's coming up, right? People are getting tickets. It's gonna be sold out. We're gonna be in front of a lot of people. So the mere anticipation will cause some anxiety. But once you get out there, it is what it is. It's showtime. It's time to go. All of that goes out the door. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's my first time doing a show as well. But Alycia, Darcia, Will, they've done such a great job with showing us the ropes and how to go in such short amount of time. So it's going to be great. It's going to be good. And, you know, to any other models out there that's feeling anxious, that's normal. Yeah. But we'll be okay come showtime.
So you are and that's what I was about to get. That's actually what I was going to ask you is how are you feeling? You know, so with this being your first show, because I'm not going to even lie. When it came to my first fashion show, I was very tense. I didn't know what the hell to do, how the hell I was going to do it. You know, because whenever I think of fashion shows, I'm thinking of New York, and they be so just, I don't know, they just be doing it so cool and stuff. But at the same time, I was also excited too when it happened. So yeah, how are you feeling right now?
Well, first, I'm excited, very excited, right? Because I'm glad to be a part of it. And if I said I wasn't anxious at all, I'd be lying, because a lot of that anxiety comes from wanting to do good. If you're not anxious at all, that means you don't care. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but more so, as we get closer to the date, it's excitement. You know what I mean? So, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And Darcia, you know, I mean, I know since it is yours, you know, you're the creator of this. How are you feeling right now?
nervous. I'm shaking like a stripper. I'm like really nervous. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Is my radio voice cool? Because
Yeah,
you know,
your voice is
sometimes
cool.
on the radio your voice sounds a little deeper.
Oh,
I think.
oh, well,
I just
from the
want to make
headphones.
sure, you know, if I have like the after 8,
Oh yeah, that
the
smooth.
quiet storm.
Yeah, the quiet storm,
I don't have a quiet
the
storm.
late night pillow talk
Yeah,
type
I
of
want
voice.
one of them. Do I sound like that on the radio?
Well, yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Yeah, I think you would get some. I think you would get some callers if you was on the late night pillow talk right now. Yeah, you definitely would get some callers.
I'm too silly, it won't work. But I'm very nervous. I'll be lying if I say I wasn't. But I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. Oh my God, it's gonna be beautiful. Like I'm just in awe right now. You know, we had our first annual show last year. We had it at the ballroom at Park Lane. It was a sold out show, beautiful show.
Nice.
And this year is just gonna be better. You know, I got a really solid team. My model coordinator been holding me down. My producer holding me down. Thank you to Willie J. Starra and Alycia Smith.
The drill sergeant.
Yes,
Sir, yes, sir.
Hey, he ain't playing no games.
Yeah.
And we did not come here to play games. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready for Sunday. I'm ready to see, you know, my vision, my idea come to life. Like it's gonna be beautiful.
Oh, and also, so why don't you explain to our listeners and viewers, what is what's the whole concept and the purpose of of this show?
So, can I start with the organization?
Oh yeah.
And I can kind of lead into that.
Hey, we talk about anything on the Rap Radio Show. That's the motto. We talk about anything and everything. So yeah, the floor is all yours. Yes.
Well, yeah. So I had a plus size clothing store, Studio Noel. I was in business for 6 years, and actually, what people don't know is I kind of slid after when we put on our first show last year. That was kind of like I was done. You know, doing clothes, like selling clothes. I've been in retail for a long time, and it's just not satisfying anymore. So I started the organization Embrace.Curves. And Embrace.Curves is my tagline for my business. So it was Studio Noel, Embrace.Curves. And my goal was to, I want people to feel comfortable in their own skin, which is why I started the organization. And like last year, we highlighted plus size models in the fashion industry because a lot of times, being a curvy one myself, we're not seen in that light. We have like Lizzo and everybody else, but they're celebrities. What about us? Here just local and in the city. And just the goal is to spread awareness on how self-image affects our mental health. And I know a lot of the feedback and the testimonials we received from last year's show is the confidence boost that, it builds confidence. And that's what we're about, is building confidence. So, and I'm sure with you and I'm sure with you, it took a lot for you all to even just to audition. You know what I'm saying? That takes confidence, and just to see, and me watching you all, just to see you all progress from just when we first started rehearsals, back in August to now, and I'm sure that's a confidence booster, and that's my focus. That's why I put on these shows, is to help people build their confidence, and just to also, once again, to spread awareness on how self-image affects our mental health.
Yeah, and you want to know something, and being somebody who does work in mental health, I can definitely get where you're coming from, and what you said actually does make a good point, because when we talk about like curvy models and stuff, because for the models I have had on here, who are in that field when it comes to the curvy models, one thing I will say about the modeling industry is that when you really think about it, it definitely has got kind of more lenient over the years, because if you think about it, 20 years ago, there was no such thing as curvy models.
Mm-hmm.
You never had the curvy models, because I still remember back to one time, I would say this had to be like 2013 maybe. I was being told that I was too short to be on the runway.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm not 6 feet, don't got the six pack, I can't be, I couldn't model for this, couldn't model for that. But one thing I do like is that how the model industry, they kind of didn't really care too much about height and weight, because because at one point, you know, there was a time where if you wasn't like 5'10", or if you wasn't like a broomstick or had that 6-pack, then yeah, you couldn't be no model. So that is one thing that I do like about how the model industry has done, and that's also another thing what I like about what you said about how what you do with your brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I.
Yes.
Yes, so I want to give my personal salute to you, Queen, you know, for doing what you do. You know, I come from a day and time where, like Ryan said, you know, for me, it was the Twiggies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? Out of men and women. And so, I don't care about telling my age no more, but back when I was growing up, you know, 17 magazine, it was all, you know, Caucasian women and stuff like that. Very occasionally you would see, you know, saying a mixed girl. Very rarely you see somebody like me. So I did come to them and, you know, want to introduce, you know, this thing called the big girl in you. And they shut me down. But, and I didn't take it, you know, much further than that because it was just trying times. Like back then, if you had a big butt and some boobs, you was considered fat. You didn't even have to have nothing else. Because that's all I had. I had a big butt and some boobs, and I was considered fat. You know, and I'm like, dang, nowadays, that's the dime piece, huh? I was a dime piece back then. You know what I'm saying? But nobody, not even family, you know what I'm saying, would, you know, be encourageable of who you are in that light. You know what I'm saying? It was all, you know, it was always just fat. You know what I'm saying? The big butt was fat. Having hooves was fat, you know. So salute to you for doing what you do.
Thank
you know, for seeing what you see and believing in yourself and the world of women that are like us. I love it. I'm coming to audition for next year too.
Thank you. Be ready. And shameless plug here. I just want to tell you about Curves, Cocktails, and Conversations, and I want people to know that this just isn't for women. I know it looks like that.
Right.
We got to get some more men in here,
That's
but
dope.
it's for women too. I mean, men too, because it's a lot of men that struggle with self-image.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
I mean, shoot, you got men getting plastic surgery now,
Mm-hmm.
like more than ever, and to me that I think that's wild. I mean, not wild. I mean, you're gonna do what you want to do, but I just think that we need to focus on building the confidence. Take a deeper look. It comes from within, and so that's why we have those monthly mental health support groups. We didn't have one this month. Stay tuned for next month. But yeah, Curves, Cocktails, and Conversations, where we talk about building confidence, whether it's in the bedroom, in relationships, jobs, or just building confidence overall, and just knowing our worth. That's what's most important. So it takes confidence. It's taking confidence for me just to be right here with y'all. Like, just
salute to you though, because you know,
takes a lot.
Salute to you, because you know, leave it up to some of these stores. You know, all we're worthy of is wearing stuff that you can go play bingo in. You know, the sexy can be a little off, but shout out to you and people like what's that? Curvy Sense and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's why I started Studio Noel, is because when it's funny, when I first started my business back in, I really started it back in 2014, and at the time I had, you know, my son was 1, and I gained all this weight, and I just wasn't used to being, I guess you could say, a big girl, and I started selling clothes, and all I was buying was small and large, and it took my mama. She was to tell me, she was like, what you selling all these clothes, these small, large clothes, and you can't fit in one of them. And I was like, oh, damn, you didn't have to do me like that. But it made sense. And so I remember researching on different plus size vendors, and then I had my first pop-up shop, and I sold out of all of my plus size clothes the same day. But I never went back, and then I restarted, and I opened back up again in 2017. And that was the whole purpose of me starting Studio Noel, is because all the lame brain clothes, they ugly. Actually, storage can be hit or miss too, but it's just focusing on something that we can be confident in and wear comfortable and stylish pieces. I like to buy pieces to where I could wear it to work and then transition it to after work, like in 20 minutes. So that was my reason for starting the Studio Noel. Just some little fact. Yeah, y'all remember the day Studio Noel? I was that girl.
So,
The brick and mortar shop that you had up there.
Is it a brick and mortar?
Yeah, I started off in a small office space on Miles, and then I went to, ended up was blessed with a space in Maple Heights, and then some things happened, the area, and it was just that was it. That was enough for me. That was enough for me.
What was business like for you when the worst thing in the world had happened during our time, COVID? How was that? What was business like then when that had happened?
Business was booming for me.
It was?
And that's the crazy part. Everybody wanted to look good. They weren't going nowhere. And that's when I focused on the online piece. I really honed in on making sure the aesthetics was right for my website. I think I changed my website up so often. But yeah, I was good.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I know a lot of businesses. You had some business that was like shutting down and everything. And
we did, but I stayed open, and it was the crazy thing. It was literally people like messaging me, "Well, I still want this outfit. Can you do drop offs?" And I was like, "Okay, during COVID, let's drop off at your door, or come pick up, curbside pickup."
Now during COVID, so during COVID, say if this was the COVID time now during the lockdown, would you probably would have ever went that direction of doing a straight virtual fashion show probably, or no?
I thought about that because at the time I wasn't, because now I'm doing photography. Now I would consider it because now I know what it takes and I can do most of the production by myself.
Yeah.
And know what it takes to put on a virtual show. But back then I thought about it, but I wasn't. I was kind of pushed into my purpose, putting on these fashion shows. Like I wanted to do it, always say, you know what, I could do that and I could do it better. But I was just like, no. And then I just kind of was like pushed into doing the fashion show. I started off doing I was going to do a fashion show for the daycare I was working at.
Yeah.
And I was telling my friend, who owns that daycare, I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. And she was like, why don't you just start this or do this? And I was just kind of like pushed into my purpose into doing a fashion show. So the fashion shows, they were on my mind, but not like how it is now. Now that I know I have what it takes to do it and I know what I want it to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I can only imagine how much work it does take to put together a fashion show because you're dealing with designers, you're dealing with the models, of course, their sizes. Then of course, you got to think about like the venue of where you're going to have the fashion show at.
Yeah.
And so I can definitely imagine on how much work like it can be just to put together one.
You got to deal with everyone's personalities.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that's
what.
Okay.
There's a lot of folks.
You said
this year's fashion show.
You said let's talk about work. You said what the personality.
But I can commend Embrace.Curves and the coordinators. They adjust quickly. Communication is key, and they got that on lock.
Yeah, yes, they do because I still remember because when I had I'm not going to even lie, when I had auditioned for y'all, I didn't even think that I didn't even think I even did my best, and then when I got the email about how I made the cut, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, so another fashion show I'm doing this year, and I'm very happy that I got picked, but. You said something. Yeah, you said let's talk about the personalities. Like,
well, no, just having to deal with it. No, it's true because that takes a lot. And
yeah, but it's just your show
personalities every day.
Like I said,
Well, say well, you know too that I work with home too, so yeah.
Practice and stuff.
It's
worth it.
Yeah, it can definitely be stressful, but I think what a lot of people fail to realize is that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the model industry is not, in a way, it's not really for everybody. It does take a certain person to be able to handle that industry.
Okay. It ain't. Modeling is not for everybody.
Yeah, you definitely got to know.
It's not for everybody. It is not for the weak. I hope my live listeners, modeling is not for the weak. It ain't for everybody. So you have to truly be dedicated. You have to be dedicated to do something like that.
Yeah. You got to be dedicated. You got to be able to take instruction too.
Yeah.
You can't get offended easily because I don't think anything's personal. You know what I mean? We often refer to Willie as a what do we call him?
The major pain.
Major pain.
Yeah, major pain.
Drill instructor.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Oh, I wasn't ready.
Eat, sleep, digging your nose or digging your butt without
So
my say so.
So that's an inside joke between Ryan and I. But we
I hope he's
understand.
watching.
We understand that it's necessary. You know what I mean, to get the job done. So you can't take things personal. You got to be able to adapt quickly as well. Yeah. So.
Oh, and speaking of which, so Hugh, I mean, I know this is your, with this being your first show, so, and when it comes to rejection, because when it comes to rejection, how would you take rejection? Because is this something after this? Do you still want to continue with this? Is this something you still want to pursue, or is this you still thinking about it maybe?
As far as how so let's start at the beginning. I didn't know what to expect, right? As the first time doing it, of course, I worked with Darcia. We did promotions for last year's wonderful modeling show, but I wasn't in the show. I wasn't at the rehearsals. I didn't know what it took for them to get up there and do what they did. So I didn't know what to expect. After doing so, at this point, it's a lot of dedication.
Yes.
But I'm definitely open to doing more after this. Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. And how would you be able to take rejection when that happens? Because Darcia, being being somebody who's been in this business and decisive, too, in the entertainment business, and myself, in the entertainment business, you do receive a lot of no's.
Mm-hmm.
And how would you be able to take rejection? Yes, because you're right. You do gotta have. You can't take stuff personal.
Well, I think that goes back to what I said earlier when I said you have to adapt.
Yeah.
You might have to adapt to that rejection.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything's really personal in this industry. So you move on to the next. You get rejected at one place. All right, well, go find the other window to jump through then and see if you'll get accepted there. As far as my career modeling, which is just this show,
yeah.
There were probably scenes that I'm not in that is that rejection? Am I going to feel that in some sort of way about it? No. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So you just keep it pushing, keep it moving.
Yeah. And what about you, Darcia? How do you handle rejection? Being somebody who's been in the game, for some years, how do you handle rejection?
I used to take it personal at first, but that's just me taking things personal. But I've learned over the years and through therapy, friends, that you can't take everything personal. And I think that's what's most important because I got rejected last year. Planning for last year's show by, I just got rejected, and it was sad at first, but you can't just let that rejection, just kind of bring you down. You can't be like, what, F it. And that's the end all be all just because you got rejected, just because one person just because those people told me no. Look at how many yeses I got. Yeah. I got so many yeses more than I've got no's. So it's just, and that's a part of that confidence too. You got to build that confidence up to where you won't necessarily take things so personal. You just have to have that drive to, okay, well, this person said no, but let me go ask this person.
Yeah.
Let me go try out for this one,
Yes.
And I think that's what a lot of models, even new and old models, experienced models who've been in the game, you have to learn that, whether you've been in the game for years, you can get rejected, and it's okay. Yeah. Everybody's, you're not everybody's cup of tea, and don't try to be.
I mean, because in entertainment, even some of the biggest stars, get rejected. Today, yeah. So you got some of the biggest stars that do get rejected, and then sometimes you may not always be what that designer is quite looking for,
mm-hmm.
Or even for what that modeling director of that show is looking for as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely something where you can receive a lot of no's, but yeah, you definitely do got to be able to like take the rejection. You definitely do got to have tough skin in entertainment in general if you're gonna make it. Because if not, then if you don't have tough skin in entertainment, then you're probably not gonna go very far.
I mean, honestly, rejection is part of growth. You know what I mean? If you've never failed before, how do you know how to get back up?
Ooh. That
see what I'm
part.
saying? So,
How you know how to get back up?
Yeah.
you know, you got to take a fall here and there. And all you need, really, you can get 1,000 no's. And then that one yes is what set it off for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
He ain't lying.
I mean, because when like back in 2013, like when I was told about how from my size and height, how I couldn't do this in modeling and everything. I mean, did I take it personal? I mean, yeah, because I was still at that time I was still trying to, get into it, being able to be, I wanted to get into it, and I'm thinking like, damn, I don't get to do it at all. But then when I had booked my first fashion show, and then also even had booked my first photo shoot, then that was when I was like, okay, well then maybe I can go somewhere with it. Then the next year comes another fashion show, and then the year after, then COVID happened, so then no fashion shows or photo shoots happened. But after 2020, yes. So it's definitely something that they do have to be prepared for when in this business. And is there any advice, Darcia, that you would ever give to an aspiring model who's just now starting out?
I think the advice I can give, just from working with models for over 6 years, is to have confidence. Please be confident. Don't take things so personal.
Mm-hmm.
Please, that if I don't say nothing, don't take things so personal. Once you get that experience, then humble yourself. Please humble yourself. Whether you got that experience, from when you first started, and now you have that experience. And once you get that exposure, always remain humble, because, this is just coming from a designer, a business owner. Nobody likes models that are entitled.
Yeah.
And so, if you're new in the game and you want to grow, just remain humble at all times. That's if you don't listen to nothing else I said or take nothing advice, don't take it personal and remain humble.
And what about you, Hugh? Since you're now a model, any advice you would give to a young to an aspiring model who's just now starting out?
yeah, I mean, I think I'll kind of piggyback on what she said, right? Because I've said this before. Don't take anything personal, and you have to come in with the mindset that someone's going to change your mindset, right? You got to be able to adapt.
Yes.
And that means mentally and physically, because as we've experienced, Brian, change up the flow in the middle of the game.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? In the
They
scene,
will.
you see what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to be down with that, and you got to be able to listen to what they're saying and be able to perform as needed. You know what I mean? And then the other thing about being humble, I think that's just in life, period. Nobody likes to deal with anybody who's not humble and entitled. Even if there's a lot of millionaires, rich people out there. If you're just too cocky, nobody's gonna want to work with you.
Yes,
that's how I feel. So
yeah.
Whether you've modeled in the shows a million times in a million shows, or if this is your first one, be humble.
Yes.
Because that a lot of times it's about who people like to work with too.
Yeah.
You could be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You could be curvy. You could walk the walk. But if your attitude is bad, then nobody want to deal with you.
Yeah. And
They say you planned on preaching today, because he ain't he's speaking the truth, ain't he? He is telling the truth.
Well, that is true. I mean, and Darcia, being somebody who owns a business, and this is about to be your second fashion show. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have dealt with some egos that are like the size of Paul Bunyan right now and stuff. So, is there, how do you, since we were talking about personality, I know a few minutes ago, what personality you think it is that you would say just won't even cut it out for that model? Like as far as the cockiness, yeah.
Because I think sometimes people feel that they are irreplaceable, and in this game, everybody's replaceable.
Yes,
and that's just what it is. But I just learned once again through therapy, people, is to not take it personal. I mean, I've had my days where I just was like, what the heck is going on? Why why is this happening? Why am I dealing with all of this, these attitudes and all of that? But I just don't take it personal, you know. And then you learn that the people will work their way out. You know, bad ones will weed themselves out, and that's just what it is.
Yes.
That's just what it is. So it's not. I cannot argue with you. I cannot force you to do something. I just am learning. I have a lot of that effort attitude.
Yeah.
That attitude.
Yes.
You have to have it in this business. Even as a model, you gotta have that effort. I mean, to a certain extent, you have to have that effort attitude. But yeah, that's how I deal with it.
And I mean, you know, I'm not telling anyone how to live their life, but to me, it's be humble or be humbled.
The period.
Yeah.
With a T.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, be humble or period with T. Yeah, because I have seen a lot of people with some big egos that just, yeah, like they have these egos, and then when they try to act all cocky and stuff, then yeah,
It gets you nowhere.
yeah, it really does get you nowhere.
Can I answer this question? To go back on the question, the advice, and another thing, what I can give for the advice I can give for experience and new models is your attitude. Wherever you go, check your attitude at the door, because people are watching. People are paying attention to everything. You have to. Nobody's saying that you got to walk around smiling all day, but you have to have a positive attitude, because nobody likes to deal with someone, whether it's modeling or not. Nobody wants to deal with anyone with a negative attitude or just pouting all the time. We're too grown.
Yes,
So
that's true.
that's another advice I can give. Work on your attitude. Attitude. And just like he said, remain humble or get humble, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, and I think, you know, as time progresses and you do more modeling and you that bad chick in the modeling game, a lot of people like to, you know, it gets to their head. But remember, Jordan don't have to tell us he's Jordan. You just be it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you know how to do what you do, just do it. You ain't got to act out about it. People gonna know.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? They'll praise you for you. You don't need to praise yourself.
That's true. That's true. And do you have is there any model inspirations that you have at all, Darcia? Like, on who, and like any model inspirations? Inspire you to be a model?
Well, I don't model. I'm just cute.
Oh.
I can't model.
Ah.
I tried it, and I play too much. I'm too silly, so I can't. It's not, because I know it'll look right, but then I get to laughing and giggling, and then everybody mad at me. So I came to that conclusion that modeling is not for me.
Oh. Well, you know, I mean, you're doing a great job, you know, behind the scenes. You know,
Thank you.
yeah, you're doing a great job behind the scenes, and I mean, hey, you're not the only one, because honestly, I think it was for me in the beginning, and look, I mean, the amount of fashion shows I've done, surprised I've done the amount, because I really
I
think
could
it's for
probably
me.
walk, but posing and like actual photo, I play way too much.
So
Because I get nervous, and when I get nervous, I'm already a silly person. So my first thing is they'll be like, "Oh, I just got to be silly because I'm nervous as hell, and I can't do that."
your coordinator, Alycia, got that right up out of me. Because I felt like being silly too at first because of nerves, probably.
Oh, Alycia gonna get you together real quick. Alycia get you together real
She
quick.
like, stop all that pimp walk at you and all that.
She just be talking so serious, though. She be
She be dead serious.
Yeah, she
though.
do. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, okay, I'll straighten up. So,
Gotta straighten up and fly right with Alycia.
So Ryan, I know you're asking questions, but I'm going to
Oh,
ask
so
you.
you can ask me the questions. Hey, that's the
this
motto of the
is
show.
your first show,
So,
right?
hey, you say what?
This is your first show, right?
This is my first show with Embrace.Curves. Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
This has got to be the overall fashion show, though. This has probably got to be my fifth, my sixth one.
You're seasoned compared to me.
Well, yeah, but I've been like on and off though. Like out of all things I do in entertainment, modeling is probably, I would say, probably like in last place of what I do out of all things I do in entertainment. I mean, not that I don't like it. It's just that you know I do more of the acting and the comedy and this versus the modeling. You know, I'll do modeling whenever I come across a model call or something like that, or if I get asked to do something. Yeah.
Okay. I thought this was your very first show.
Oh no.
Just like me. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you if you would continue, but you already continued.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, hey, if some, if some big time, if some big time, I don't know, like if GQ were to hit me up to actually be able to do a photo shoot, you best believe I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'll be in a photo shoot with GQ now. Yeah, I don't care, man. I don't care how stiff I am or which one, But yeah, I'll definitely be doing it. But I do enjoy modeling because back in college it was actually one of the first things that I did thought about doing before even acting and before comedy and before radio too. Like I really did want to get into modeling because I just like being in the photo shoot with all the with the hot girls and stuff and I ain't got no 6-pack. I got a bit of a 2-pack, but yeah, I got a 2-pack.
Ain't nothing wrong with that 2-pack, right?
Yeah, I got a 2-pack, but yeah, modeling was something that actually was one of the first things I would say I did want to do in entertainment before acting and radio and comedy stuff like that. So do I want to continue modeling? Of course, yeah, definitely.
Well, that's good. So with me, I've always done music production. That was my thing back in my prime time, right?
Yeah.
But I was always told when I was younger that I should do modeling. Back when I was handsome, and I just never thought of myself doing that, right? I was into the music thing, but I gotta say, Darcia and Embrace.Curves, they brought it out of me. I didn't know I could do it.
Okay, yes, because I was about ready to ask you, so what made you want to do this show? Was it they convinced you or you begged them? Okay.
Well, she didn't have to beg. So last year I did like a promotional video. She brought her $9,000 camera down to take photos.
That was a stressful day. That was such a stressful day.
Well, that may have been the day of rejection.
They do that to me all the time down there. It never fails.
Where's this at again?
I will not say because we are on
the we can't name out. We were downtown at a building, and they kind of didn't want us there. But we got through it, and we did the promotional videos and everything. And at that point, I still didn't think about it. I enjoyed it, right? It was fun, but I didn't think like many other people. I thought it was just all for women in Embrace.Curves to do these shows, right? I did attend the show, and it was great, and I did see some men there, so I'm like, oh, okay. And then this year, Darcia reached out to me, and she didn't have to beg. She asked if I would be willing to do the show and be in the show, and I'm like, I was appalled. Like, me? Do it?
You was appalled?
Like, oh, okay. I don't know if I can do it, but I'll try.
I think you got it. It's the crazy thing is, I think you get in your head, but you're natural. Especially when we were taking pictures, I was like, oh damn, you almost look like you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Like in the last rehearsal when y'all was asking, whose first show was this, and when he raised his hand, I'm like, oh, you gotta be shitting me. I did not think that this was his first show with the way how he was doing on the runway.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
This dude was looking like Tyson Beckford and shit on the damn runway and everything.
Oh, yeah, I think that's what he called me the first time he see me. Yeah, that's Tyson Beckford shirt on.
Yeah, that's what I did say, yeah. I'm like, damn, and I was watching your movie on Tubi last night, Addicted. And I'm like, damn. So
He got a movie on Tubi?
Yeah.
Did y'all see it? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you good?
Tubi, I don't know if it's real, but the girl who lied and said she got kidnapped because she saw that baby on the freeway?
Yeah.
Why Tubi make a movie, yo?
They did?
I gotta find the title. It says something about
that.
It says
like when they gonna make Karen movies?
No, seriously, they made a movie. It says something about the girl who went missing after seeing some kid on the freeway. It's a long, stupid title. It's a long, stupid title. And
I bet your brother did it.
Ryan I'm getting a little warm because Ryan got this up here.
Yeah, drinking that good stuff.
And
I got some teleport. I got some sets. Got the Zebly Deadly Sins up in here in the studio.
Lord.
Yeah, let's go. On the fan. Oh, wait, hold on a second. You gotta find that title though, Darcia.
You know what? When we get off, I have to find it. But the Shade Room posted it, and I said, this cannot be real. Because I know I'm going to look on Tubi and watch it. He got the Beyonce fan.
The Beyonce fan? Oh, wow. Did y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all didn't go. Well, did you go to that concert? The Beyonce concert.
I can't afford that yet.
Oh, you said. Well,
Oh,
That's like
wow.
the tickets was like my car, not my car payment.
$1,100 ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's rent.
that is
Well,
rent. Yeah,
house.
that is rent. Yeah.
Mm.
What you about to say? What you about to say? Decisive.
I just want to give a shout out to Crazy Bone. Prayers up.
Oh, is he making? Is he okay? Because I seen that too.
No, he's still in critical condition.
Oh wow.
Shout out to KB, Crazy Bone. You know, I met Crazy Bone for the first time on Juneteenth of this year.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, he was in University Heights. He actually did a show too. I think free of cost, just for the the cause. And I actually got to meet him through an old manager of mine back when I used to do music. So he said, "Yeah, don't hear me Crazy." I was so elated. I love Crazy Bone. Growing up. All the Bones doesn't harm me, but Crazy was my favorite.
So you used to do music. So you did rapping. You look like a smooth R&B type of person. Yeah, with the
Can I
Tyson.
say something before he answers? So I know he's going to answer the question, but he is the reason. This is my uncle. So he's the reason why I played music so loud in my car. I always loved music growing up, but he was that dude. I remember.
That's a young uncle. It's like don't be a menace. Oh my goodness. Damn. He looks young. Your uncle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It is
too far apart in age.
at all.
Oh man.
But yeah, I used to do music. Oh well, shout out to Ricky Ruckus. That's who got me to meet Crazy Bone. But yeah, we used to do a lot of shows in the area in Akron. We went by the name North Squad. That's what we ended up going with. We were on 107.9 at some point, and we did shows at the Cleveland Agora in the past, Georgia, Kentucky. So we were really deep in that game, and really chasing that. I mainly produced. I know you say I look smooth, but I also rap. My main thing was production. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So no singing.
Okay, so you was behind the scenes. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Honestly, that's what I like to be.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know how I was going to pan out with this modeling thing. I like to be behind the scenes, really, but we all can't be the boss, and Darcia is the boss, so I got to be in front.
She's the boss lady.
It's so weird when y'all say that. It feels so weird to hear say, "Hey, boss" or "boss lady." Y'all don't understand.
Well, you are.
So
I mean, you on the
I'm like,
you on the
what?
flyer.
I said it's just me.
Ain't
nobody but Darcy.
She's on this. She's on this flyer, which Facebook viewers. I'm live on Facebook now. Make sure y'all buy y'all tickets. When you invite for this.
$45.
Yes,
Yeah,
$45.
$40.
Oh, Katrina. Hey, Katrina. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Katrina.
Yeah, she bought it.
You buying a ticket?
Yeah. This was.
Yeah,
She bought a ticket. She did. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did buy a ticket. She said she's looking forward to.
It's gonna be so nice.
So what would you say is the difference between this show compared to the last show?
I think my okay. Like, what exactly is the question?
So like
Before I get to tell my business, what
what would people be expecting from this show compared to the last show, per se?
Ooh.
As far as for fashion wise and
So
stuff
we
like
have
that.
several designers that are not from Cleveland. So we have Amber Nicole Design. She's from Columbus, so we can expect to see her. We have Brooklyn's Fun Accessories. She's from Detroit. So it's more of a variety of designers this year. We have Mr. Darby. He's from Cleveland. We have Miss Carol. She's doing 2 scenes. So expect to see some really good pieces from her. She is black and gold, vintage, as well as dyed for. We have Carlos DeMorris. He's showcasing. We have DeMar Vernetta. He's from Cleveland native, but he's back in Cleveland. He has some really dope pieces he created. Ooh, he's fire. Who else do we have? We have Miss Connie with Sisters Unique Boutique. So we have a variety. We have my sales studio Noel, which I'm not doing retail. I'm actually designing. So if you're interested in seeing what I got, make sure you come Sunday, October 1st. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. We have Darby. We have the Curve Vault for all my curvy ladies. Plus size clothing boutique. She's located on Taylor Road, so we have her. Did I miss anybody? No, we did definitely. The Margaretta. We have Brooklyn's Fun Accessories, Amber Nicole, Carlos.
I only know for the designers I'm walking in.
Oh, yeah.
You named all the ones I'm walking for.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Miss Karen.
Oh, and we have a huge shout out to our sponsors too. We have My Fairy Godmother. She's sponsoring. She's sponsoring some pieces as well. So big shout out to her. We have another young lady. Oh my God, I'm having a really hard time right now. But she's one of our sponsors. She's done before. I want to say it's Jane. I don't want to lie because I'm here on this live. But huge shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to our vendors. Oh, we have Gemini Brand. That's who we forgot. Gemini Brand. This is her first fashion show that she's showcasing in. She has some really nice pieces. She's off 185th. So shout out to all of our designers, all of our vendors. We have Light Bright Candle Co. We have Paparazzi Jewelry with Stacey Nicole. We have Rain by Dominique. We have Brooklyn's Fun Accessories. And we have Sugar Lip Sweets. Yeah, Sugar Lip Sweets. Yeah,
I'm curious to know what that's like.
So
Sugar Lip Sweet. If I'm getting diabetes. Yes, if I'm getting diabetes from the lips.
So
I'm gonna go from pre-diabetic to type 3.
Yeah.
Sugar.
And we have Tina Sweet Tooth. She's going to be providing the desserts as well as Fat Girl Snacks. That's my mama's brand. Fat Girl Snacks with PPHAT. She'll be doing the desserts. Of course, the venue will be sponsoring the food. And once again, shout out to our sponsors, especially Asia Childers and Creative Space. She has been a blessing to us, to our organization this year, with just letting us have our practices there, as well as letting us host our Curves Cocktails and Conversations events. So shout out to Embrace.Curves, Asia Childers and Creative Space, Bite Creole Kitchen, Making a Change Foundation.
And their biscuits are good as hell.
Biscuits are fire.
Yes, their biscuit tastes better than mama's biscuits. Oh man.
Not all biscuits. Okay, it's the one. I got it.
These are the mama's biscuits. Oh man. Yes, and their shrimp burger. Oh man, I love it.
It's my favorite.
Shit tastes like bikini bottom. I love it.
It's so good. So yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to everyone.
Oh,
I'm gonna give my
yes,
shout out
definitely.
to everyone. I'm sorry.
So like with the last show, I mean, it was a sold out show, and so what was it? So since I did ask like difference between this show and last year's show, like what would you say was probably like the difference between like that show last year, versus this year? Because you named I know you named a lot of vendors, named a lot of designers. Like, did last year's show have was it like more vendors, was it less designers, or was it?
So we have more designers this year. So I think that's the main difference. And as far as like behind the scenes, we have a larger production team, and then I don't know. I don't really know how to answer.
This year, right?
We had a DJ last year. Yeah, we had. And shout out to our DJ Honey. It's gonna be so nice. That's all I can say. You'll have to come on Sunday, October 1st, to really, if you came last year, to really know like the difference.
Yes.
Or what's gonna be better. And then there's more people.
Yes,
This
that's
year. So
true.
we had over 200 people last year. We max capacity 300 people. So I said we only got 70 tickets left.
Hey, you heard
Probably
it.
less than that.
Hey, I'm live on my Facebook right now, y'all. So for those that are looking at my Facebook, again, this, and then y'all see me been posting it. So it's the Whistle Down and Evolution of Style, which is presented by Embrace.Curves, and it's going to be on Sunday, October the 1st, at the Mediterranean Party Center, 25021 Rockside Road, Bedford Heights, Ohio, 44146. That is going to be Sunday, October the 1st, 2023. Well, of course, I'm reading. Damn. Mediterranean Party Center, 25021 Rockside Road, Bedford Heights, Ohio, 44146. Formal attire is required, y'all.
Required.
Yes, no tennis shoes, no
Dress
jeans.
code strictly enforced, and I'm
Yes.
not playing.
Yeah, hey,
We
shit.
didn't play last year, and we ain't playing this year.
Yeah.
So we don't want to embarrass nobody.
Yeah,
So make sure y'all come looking good. I don't want to hear nobody saying they ain't got no formal attire. You have to look good. Everybody gotta have something. You don't have to dress for. You don't have to necessarily dress in theme. Just look good. Come out, stretch your stuff, look good. You're gonna be on camera, especially if y'all are sitting in the front row.
Yes.
Y'all gotta come up. You sit in front row, VIP. You gotta show up and show out.
Oh, okay. So I just got a text message. Somebody had asked like how long, like what's the time frame of the show because they're currently because they saw their own Eventbrite buying the ticket, but and they see that it starts at 6. But they said they probably wouldn't show up until a little bit later. They want to know how long.
You show up later, you gonna miss the show.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, they want to know how long the show will be going on until.
This show will not. Listen, let me tell you something. Last year we did not have a long, drawn out show. That show, once it started, that show was in and out, 2 hours max. So if you show up late, you will miss a lot, and that is unfortunate for you.
All right, cousin, you heard her.
Cousin,
if you're listening, you heard her.
Cousin, if you're listening, showtime starts at 6. Get there at 6. I suggest you get there when VIP doors open. General admission doors open at 5 o'clock. So if you are purchasing a general admission ticket, I suggest you get there early. Early arrival is suggested, highly suggested, and at 4 p.m. we have special performances for our VIP guests. So if you purchase VIP, make sure you be there on time for our red carpet interviews. Our red carpet interviews as well as our special performances for VIP only. So yes, please be. Not only do you have to be in formal attire, you need to be on time. We are not starting late. We will not do that. The show will start at the time it says it's going to start. So make sure you all are there because you don't want to miss out. You pay money, you miss out on that show.
Okay, well, cousin is listening because the cousin just asked the text. She has sent the text asking. So she is listening. So cousin, you heard her. So yeah, my best advice is just to get there on time. Yeah, get there on time.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're gonna be late, you better hope you only about maybe about 30 minutes late or something.
Barely.
Yeah, barely 30 minutes.
Barely.
Late. Yeah, you don't want to be too late.
On time.
Yes.
My attention span won't even allow me to sit that long, so I don't want everybody else to sit that long.
Yes, that's true. I mean, I feel you, and I definitely do feel you on that. Oh my goodness, yes, that is just so funny. Yes. So, and you I still can't believe that you said you did music though. Oh my goodness, I wasn't even expecting that.
Well, why you can't believe it?
I mean, I didn't expect you to be a music person. That's all. I mean, but you want to also know. But it's funny that you said behind the scenes of music because I mean, believe it or not, back in college when I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do with my life. Well, actually, no, I won't say back in high school. Actually, at one point, I did used to want to own a record label. Yes, I used to want to own a record label, and when I was in college, I actually had helped a person run an independent record label, and that kind of did not go so well. And because it is a headache. It definitely it is a headache. It's a lot of work, and I just I just couldn't take it no more. And then I'm like, okay, with the record label industry, music industry, I just had to like back off it for a minute. I mean, with the way that stuff is now, would you even recommend would you recommend an artist to even like sign with a label, or would you recommend just for that artist to do it themselves? Because Chance the Rapper, he was known for doing it himself.
All right, so I don't know too much about the business side of things, but from what I've heard, I would recommend that if you can do it yourself, do it. I mean, I've heard about things like 360 deals and things of that sort. That's not good. And you got to remember, the record label, I mean, it's a business. They're in it for their come up, not really yours. Yeah, you'll make some money. Yeah, you make a couple million. They're going to make hundreds of millions off you, So if you could do it yourself and be independent, yeah, of course, go that way. If you can absorb that cost that it's going to take in the work, yeah, that's what I would say. But when I started, I honestly didn't even want to be in rap music. I wanted to make beats for movies. I'm into I love orchestra music. So
I did not know that.
I didn't know it either.
But it just there wasn't any of that know. But I really wanted to be into the you know, when you watch a movie and those behind the scenes strings is going, all that. That's what I wanted to do originally.
So strictly behind. Okay, yeah, you really want to be behind the scenes. Just your name and the credits. That's the closest you wanted to get.
Yes. I don't need, like, I didn't even want anyone to rap to my beats. I just wanted to make them and put it behind, like, a scene or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
Would you ever go back? That's right. You still got all your stuff?
yeah, I do. It's just, you know, it's so much, like I said before, even with the model, it's so much dedication, time that goes into that. You know what I mean?
Definitely a lot. Dedication and time. Yes.
The rapper just writes it down. We go in the booth. We got to tune everything, engineer it, make sure, well, with me at least, make sure it sounds right, track it out. It's just so much time consuming, you know. But would I do it again? I love it. You know, yeah, I would.
So who would you say? Who's your favorite hip hop? Who's your favorite hip hop artist of all time? Since it is the 50 years of hip hop.
Of all time?
Yeah. Who's your favorite hip hop artist of all time?
Or No Static Radio 216. I'm gonna give it to all those.
Okay.
But I do love Eminem. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
I don't want to cause too much controversy, but we gotta give it to home.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Growing up, what I listened to, yeah, I listened to Bone Thugs, No Limit Records, Cash Money, you know, so a little bit of everything.
Oh, okay. Do you have a favorite? Yeah, what about favorite female hip hop artists? How about that one? Yeah, you have a favorite female one?
Female hip hop artist, I would give that. Now, I'll have to give that to a few different people. I love Mia X.
Oh wow, I was expecting that one. I was expecting you to say that one.
Yeah. See, I like things. So a lot of stuff that I may like, it may not be the most popular, which is fine with me. But yeah, I like Mia X. I like I like Cardi B.
Yes.
Sexy Red not so much, but
yes, I like Cardi B and I like Doja Cat.
Yeah, I know
Doja Cat is so talented. I was listening to a song and you couldn't tell me it wasn't no features and it was all her. Doja Cat, I like Doja. I think she's mad talented. She could, to me, I think she can do it all. And she's done it all in her music and her songs. I know you can talk to me.
Oh no, you good. Hey, the bottom of the show was the floor is for everybody.
I love her. I like her.
Are we going by new or what I grew up on?
Either or. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I like Cardi B. As far as new goes, she's, you know, even though she may not have an album out right now, popular, I still think she's a good artist. And she have dropped some solid projects in a time where a lot of the male artists was not.
Yeah.
To be. So.
You like Meg?
Yeah.
Meg, I think she's raw.
I like Meg because one reason I like Meg is because of her style of rapping. And because the way she rides the beat, she gets a lot of her style from Juicy J, which is also one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I grew up on 3-6, so yeah, that's why I like Meg.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, when they did the verses, when it was Bone Thugs and 3-6, who were you going for? I need to know.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna be mad at if you say who I think you're gonna say.
Okay, so listen, I rooted for Bone because Cleveland, and I love him, but I kind of knew 3-6 was gonna take it.
Yeah.
Because they just have more music dedicated to get the crowd. It's done in front of a crowd too, so they have more music dedicated to getting the crowd up and going and crunk. So I knew they was going. I mean, I'm not saying they won. Who's to say who officially won? But I think 3-6 took it.
Definitely 3-6. I was rooting for 3-6.
I never watched any
I'm
of
from
verses.
Cleveland, and I was rooting for 3-6.
I think I grew up on more 3-6 than Bone because when Bone was out, I was a little too young. But you know, when we all got sound systems in our cars, at my age, it was 3-6 that I was bumping Project Pat and all that stuff. So yeah.
So what about you? What about you, Darcia? Is there any favorite? who's your favorite hip hop artist?
See, the hip hop I like music, so I listen to a lot. I'm trying to prop this phone up with it.
Oh yeah, we got that charger. Oh yeah, that's probably the best way. Yeah.
I don't know why I was.
You got the charger. Yeah.
Oh.
It's the 7 Deadly Sins. Yes.
Yeah. I listen to a lot of music by Sir. If I was to say right now, my favorite rapper, I listen to Kendrick. I think I listen to Kendrick more than J. Cole. I listen to Sir. I listen to Smino. He rap, but sing at the same time.
Yeah.
So I like Smino. I like Lucky Day. I know that's not rap, but as far as women go, I haven't listened to a lot of her songs, but Lola Brooks.
Oh.
Fire. Rap. Her freestyles are hard.
And another female artist I do like, I like Glorilla too. I like her too. I like Glorilla and another female artist that I really do like, who even though she hasn't really done no music in a few years, I like Dej Loaf. I like her too. If we're talking about some of the newer artists, but when it comes to old school, I like the Brat.
Oh, yeah.
I like Queen. I like Queen.
I like Lil' Kim. Yeah, I like Lil' Kim.
I love Lil' Kim.
I like Lil' Kim.
I like Darcia Boyd.
Yeah.
Darcia Boyd too.
I really wish I would love to see Lil' Kim come back to like release an album or like.
Yeah, I definitely be here for it. Her and Foxy. I like Foxy Brown. I like Meg Thee Stallion too.
Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion is a good one.
I like Meg.
Megan Thee Stallion is she's a good female artist, and I do like Cardi B too, and I do like Nicki. I like Nicki Minaj.
I like old Nicki.
I like old Nicki
old
too
Nicki.
from the mixtapes. Yes.
Old Nicki. When I was in college, Nicki was my girl.
Back when she was with Young Money.
Yeah, like I
mixtapes
like
and
old.
stuff.
But when she got to I think it was her character. I don't know what did she call it, the Barbie thing. I'm not bad or nothing. I still like Nicki, but I listened to her every day back when I was in college. I like the old Nicki.
Mexican OT.
Mexican
Is
OT.
it hip?
You said who?
Mexican OT
No, Mexican
from
OT.
Texas. I like him as an artist.
No, I never heard of him. I'm at the YouTube something. I'm at the YouTube some of his. I mean, I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's because of Spotify or what is it, but I feel like there's just so many artists out there that I just never have heard of.
D-Smoke.
Yeah, okay. No, I heard of D-Smoke. Heard of D-Smoke.
Like, you listen to
Yeah.
D-Smoke? Oh,
Heard of D-Smoke.
D-Smoke and Sir are brother. D-Smoke is my favorite. I'm sorry. Rappers.
You said
He's one of my.
D-Smoke.
D-Smoke is fire. I like D-Smoke.
And also do like dang it, and I just thought of his name too, but I can't even think of his name. And it was just on the top of my head just now. Fuck. Damn. I like Little Durk. I like him. I do like Little Durk, and I like NLE Chopper. I like him too.
I like Deuce.
Deuce.
I
heard of him.
Memphis.
Yeah. I think I heard one of his songs.
If you like
on
3 6,
Spotify.
you'll like his music because it's all inspired by him. He's from Memphis as well.
For real?
Deuce, yeah.
I like who is that? Who is that? Big Crit.
Yes. Oh yes.
Okay.
I listen to UGK a lot. I listen to UGK and 3
I like
6.
Big Crit. Yeah.
Big Crit and UGK.
Yeah.
It was it's another guy that I said I wanted to give him a try. Toby. I'm not even about to try to pronounce his name, but it started with an N. Yep. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Toby in Wingway. He fired. I think he's from Texas. I just haven't had a chance to listen to his music yet.
Okay. Wing.
It started with an N. N-W. Oh my bad. I know what I'm talking about. And Wingway. He fired. He got a bunch of kids. He do his own director for the videos, his own videos and stuff. He kind of remind me a little bit of how his videos are, kind of like a Kanye West when he do the concerts, kind of.
What's his name?
Toby. Yep.
Toby? Oh, just Toby.
I don't know. No, it has another part, but I don't want to pronounce it, and I don't want to mispronounce it.
So are you guys a fan more of the new school or the 2000s music? Like, are you a fan of? Like what era of music are you a fan of? Would you say the most? Because like when it comes to R&B, I'm a fan of the '90s. I'm a fan of like '90s R&B.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like hip hop and rap, I like '90s, but also like the 2000s, like rap and hip hop.
Yeah, that would be about the same for me. So, yeah, 2000s. Yeah, this new stuff, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's not all for me. I handpick what I like out of it, you know. And a lot of times when I do like something, it's just the beat I like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I really don't, I mean, a lot of times I really don't care what they're talking about.
They really care what they're talking about.
It be the beat, though.
Yeah,
It's really the beat.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's the reason why I listen to 3-6 the way I listen.
Oh, my cousin
I'm
said we old,
embarrassed
so
to
we
say
got
that my
same.
child knows a 3-6 song.
Oh, yeah.
Because of how much I listen to it.
Yeah.
He knows the same. Like, Mommy, can we play that? I said, I really don't think I'm supposed to be playing this around you, but I like music so much.
Yeah.
I play whatever, and music is music.
I'm just trying to even. I'm just trying to be thinking because like when it comes to like these new artists and old artists, you know, like who would be selling out more? Okay. My cousin said that 2000 R&B was the shit and still is. Nah, 90s R&B is the shit with Jodeci. You know, Jodeci, High Five, New Edition. Yeah, they 2000.
Public announcement.
Yes, public announcement. Yeah, Tevin Campbell.
Candy Rain.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, the 90s R&B.
Soul
Yeah.
for real.
Oh yes. So
Jay. I like music today that has a 90s flair.
yeah.
There's a lot of songs that I listen to that have a 90s flair to it. Lucky Day, though. Y'all listen to Lucky Day?
I heard of Lucky. I've heard
Lucky
Lucky
Day.
Day's music, but I haven't really listened to too much of it.
You should. Lucky Day. So you listen to Sir? It's more Sir. Do you smoke? They got that Cali. I don't know what it's plain. They from Cali. So I listen to a lot of music that kind of got that like that Cali, that real vibe, chill music.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what we listen to all the time.
The Cali I listen to is YG.
Is it YG?
I do like thug music. I am far
Alright.
from it though.
So like, is there any artists or group that you guys just want to see in concert so bad that y'all haven't seen yet?
Tank.
Tank.
I love music. And Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. Oh, okay.
I'm a big Jamie Foxx fan.
His music is good. I mean,
Brian.
well, his music is good. Intuition was a good album. I did like that.
All of that. Well, no, I ain't gonna say all of them because the last one, it was a few. I just felt like he was going more on it was like pop.
Yeah.
He kind of went more pop with the last two, to me.
Yeah.
But I love Jamie Foxx. I love Tank. That's what I want to see.
My cousin said, "Have y'all heard of Susan?" She had asked if they heard of. If you guys heard of Susan? And I don't know who Susan is. Oh, she said Okay, she said she does like Lauryn Hill. So Lauryn Hill's a good one. But is there anybody that? What about you? Is there anybody that you wanted to see in concert that you haven't seen at all? It's like real bad. Any artist or group?
Man, that's a good question.
All of them. Is it all of them? I mean, my favorite rapper was just here, and I didn't even get a chance to even see him.
Who was that?
Busta Rhymes. Busta
Oh,
Rhymes.
Busta.
Yes, I've always wanted to see Busta Rhymes in concert. Never, and I'm so sorry I never got to see him. But you know who else I would love to see in concert that I think would put on a good performance? Imagine Dragons.
I like Thunder,
Yes.
and I like a few other songs from them. I just can't remember the names, but definitely Thunder. I like Imagine Dragons. I like AJR.
Yeah, AJ. Yes.
Yeah.
Or I just wish I could go back in time and like see like either Biggie or Tupac in concert or Michael Jackson in concert. I would love to go back in time.
That's what I would like to see. Definitely.
And or I would like to go even way back in time to see the Temptations in concert or something like that. I would love to see them in concert or like Smokey Robinson or like Diana Ross in concert. Yes, I would love to see them.
Diana Ross for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
But the last concert that I did go to, and they actually did put on a good performance.
Mm-hmm.
I went to that On the Run tour with Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Now I'm not gonna lie. The only reason why I went is because I like Jay-Z and never seen him in concert, but they both did put on a good show, and you know their tickets was like selling like crazy and shit. But they also have you think wondering like, okay, is more people here to see Beyonce or here to see Jay Z? Because you see Beyonce tickets are high and they selling out, but I wonder if Jay Z could do the same too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think so.
So Jay Z or Nas?
Jay Z or not? Oh, that's a good one. I'm about to say Jay Z only because I listen to his music more.
All right, so if we're basing it on that, I do listen to his music more.
Lyrically, though, I think Nas.
Yeah.
Lyrically.
Storytelling.
Yeah, no, storytelling, yes. Storytelling, Nas. Yeah. But, okay,
What about T.I.? I like T.I.
T.I.
T.I. is fire.
Yes, T.I. is good. His music is good. His stand-up, no, not so much. But,
That's what I heard. I heard his stand-up was horrible.
Oh yes, you gotta look at the video when they booed the shit out of him in Atlanta when he had that stand-up.
Damn, in his own city. Huh?
Yes, that's what I'm like. I'm like, damn. Now I ain't never seen no famous person get booed off the stage doing stand-up. But T.I., he needs to stick to just rapping. But yeah, but T.I. is another good one.
You know who's good? And I think my boyfriend was saying it's so slept on, which I agree, is Andre 3000.
Yes, I would love to see Outkast get back together. I don't know why they
I
haven't.
think is he slept on? I think everyone knows he's a shit.
I think he knows he's a shit, but I don't think people. We were saying how he doesn't get the type of credit as Jay Z does, and you know, because it was a new song. It's a new song that dropped. It's not Big Crit. What's his name? What is his? I can tell you right now. It's Andre 3000. It's a new song, and I listen to it often. I think you guys might like. What is it? Scientist and Engineer. Killer Mike.
Oh yes,
Killer Mike. It's called Scientists and Engineers.
Oh, that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that whole album. Yeah, it's pretty
Fire.
Yeah.
Now who would you who would you say? Now who would you pick between these two? Who would you say is better between David? Okay, I got the one artist in mind. Okay, boy, that thought. Okay, Darcia. Oh, hold that thought.
Hold that thought.
Everything.
We'll take a quick break here, and if you want to call in, go ahead and call in. If you want to speak to Darcia or myself or Ryan, go ahead and call in while we're taking this break. And,
Do I need a key?
Oh no, you shouldn't. If you do, let me know.
I told him to go ahead and call in.
Oh yes. If you guys do want to call in, let me give you guys that number too. If you want to call in. We actually had somebody who said they did want to call in, so we was going on about this debate with music. If you want to call in at 216-939-5087. That is 216-939-5087. And we would love to hear what you got to say, or we would love to debate with you. Go on ahead, go on ahead, because we would definitely love to hear what you got to say, and even do this music debate with y'all. But okay, all right, yes. Well, actually, you know what? Well, actually, real quick, y'all. You know, before we get ready to end out the show, we're going to go into a quick music break, and yes, we will, and then we'll be right back with a few more announcements, and then we're going to close out the show. Yeah, I gotta go. Might as well go now.
want some of that wine.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here, I didn't even open it yet. The Taylor poured you.
Yeah.
Hey, next time I come door, I'm gonna bring another bottle of this next time I go.
Okay.
This one is good. Yeah.
In the bathroom.
And then went to the bathroom.
Okay, so we're forgive the long piece of silence, but this is Embrace Your Curves, right?
Embrace.Curves.
Yeah, Embrace.Curves. So special shout out to Embrace.Curves. We just want to remind everybody that if you, a family member or a friend, have been affected by violence, know that violence can affect your lives in all types of ways. Violence can affect the way you eat, sleep, it causes you to lose focus, feel angry, afraid, or even use drugs or drinking as a way to escape. And we're here to tell you that violence doesn't have to keep hurting you. You can change your life starting now with help from the Trauma Recovery Center. We want you to take control of your life. Today can be the day. The Trauma Recovery Center offers real help for real needs in real time. They offer services for food, clothes, safety, emotional support, and a whole lot more. So do not let violence control you. You can break free, and TRC can help. Give them a call at 216-644-5487. They will come to you wherever you are. They are free. They are 24/7. They are confidential. So look, if you want out and you don't know where to start, call the Trauma Recovery Center. The Trauma Recovery Center will help you take back your life after violence started today. Call today. Get the help you need today. 216-644-5487. The Trauma Recovery Center of Northeast Ohio, also affiliated with the Center for Families and Children. And finally, you guys, I just want to take a moment and time out to welcome aboard and celebrate the arrival of one of our newest sponsors here at No Static Radio, the Dedicated Senior Medical Center. Yes, the Dedicated Senior Medical Centers of Ohio. They have 3 locations located here in the Cleveland area, also in Columbus and Cincinnati, and they also extend out to Florida, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico, you guys. So welcome aboard the Dedicated Senior Medical Centers of Ohio. We're going to bring Ray and Irma in to talk more about it, to tell you guys all about it. We're going to do we're going to have a live day there where we'll broadcast them there so you guys can check out the facilities, know all the perks. It's for people that are 55 and older. Even if you don't have medical coverage, they are there to help you, and they do more than just provide beyond extraordinary medical coverage. Like, they offer so much more, you guys. So if you ever had any conflicts with your insurance, and not even your insurance, your doctors, if you feel like you don't get the care that you need, someone that will sit down and talk to you and explain to you stuff and that will help you through your illness, not just deal with it, and then they also provide preventions as well. It's all about the Dedicated Senior Medical Center of Ohio, Florida, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico, you guys. So I'm super excited about that, and we'll have more about that in the days to come. We'll even be doing broadcasts from the facilities, all 3 here. And if you are interested in any of the facilities, and look, it's free, you guys. It doesn't hurt to try it out. It's free. It's free. So they have 3 locations, one at the corner of Libby and Lee Road in Maple Heights, Ohio. If you guys are familiar with that area, you know that's where the Walgreens used to be located. So Libby and Lee in Maple Heights, Ohio, West 140th and Lorraine. That is the West Park location across from the Wendy's in the plaza, over there where the uniform store is. That you get the school uniforms and stuff. Yeah, over there, West 140th and Lorraine. And then the 3rd location here is at East 152nd Street in St. Clair. 152nd Street in St. Clair. Across from the McDonald's, right at the corner. 152nd and St. Clair. So like I said, if you want beyond extraordinary health care, check out the Dedicated Senior Medical Center. Sponsored by No Static Radio, where we don't read no static, we're showing up with noise, you guys. And so Ryan, we're going to take a sprinkle, you know what it is, and so we're going to play a couple of songs, or 2, 3 or 4, and then we'll get right back to you. So you guys, listen, thank you for listening. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
The microphone's still on?
Yeah, they are.
Oh. My bad.
That's okay.
intriguing.
Let's interview you again and see how you really feel.
Right. No, I just stopped it. Yeah. This one is gone, baby.
Let me see. Where's her at?
See, if you look at his actual
Rip on the
it's
Say
got
we say many. How many mics do we rip on the desk?
I'm like, man, I think he.
I get mad frustrated when I'm wrong. Thinking of all the kids that try to do this for all the wrong reasons. Seasons change, bad things rearrange, but it all stays the same. Like the love Dr. Strange, I'm staying like the rapper. Give it like a sample when it. Gotcha. Not saying it's
Okay.
only they do that. Who was he regular?
Anybody's book artist on her. Oh, here you go. Oh, wait a second.
I had to go. What did you say? What you say? Think about it. I got prayer on it.
What is it?
Is that wine?
Yeah. Yeah, you said brown wine? Red wine. You didn't have
That
some?
make it last. Just a little. Yeah.
Here's what my last suit. I gotta work out.
That's helpful. You ain't careful.
All right, then let's do a cheers. A cheers to a good show.
Oh, wait. Let's boomerang.
Oh yeah, let's get one more too.
I just posted
Yeah. Hey, we'll do it like we're drunk. That's it.
No, yeah. Don't have that.
Decisive, do you want me to take out the garbage since I did fill it up with like 3 bottles of liquor?
You can do it late after you get done.
Oh, well, yeah, take it out. Obviously, where I put it at. Where's the
No,
dumpster?
just by the door. No, yeah, because they'll come get it.
Oh, okay.
The thing is,
Oh, how many?
Yes, I'm like,
Okay. Should we have one more or should we?
no, we're going to get back into it because it's 6:55.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So here's what I want to do. I'm pretty close to the show. Okay, so once the song's up, we'll close out the show. You guys can announce y'all Instagrams and Facebooks. Where they find y'all at, and then we're gonna, run the show. And that'll be it. All right. We are back, and we are actually towards the end of. We're actually wrapping up towards the R.A.P radio show. And just a real quick reminder, Embrace.Curves, they are having their second fashion show, Whistle Down, an evolution of style, which is going to be Sunday, October the 1st, at the Mediterranean Party Center, 25021 Rockside Road, Bedford Heights, Ohio, 44146. Formal attire required. No tennis shoes, no jeans, no t-shirts. They ain't bullshitting. They will turn your ass away if you come up here dressing up like you on West 6, okay? That is at the Mediterranean Party Center. It is at 25021 Rockside Road, Bedford Heights, Ohio, 44146. The VIP guests, the VIP guests, they are to arrive at 4 p.m. Showtime begins at 6 p.m. Sharp, yes. And general admission, for those who are buying general admission, that is at 5 p.m. And speaking of general admission, that's all the tickets that are left. You go on Eventbrite, they are $45. Get them tickets. It is less than 80-something tickets left. So get them tickets bought. Do not wait to the last minute. The rap radio show host himself, Ryan Polk, he's going to be walking in it along with one of the guests that I had on here. He's going to be walking in it too. And you definitely do not want to miss it. It's going to be epic. And I want to thank both of my guests for coming on. Darcia Boyd, who is the woman behind this.
Thank you for having me, and thank you so much for inviting us on. I really appreciate it. This is new for me, so thank you. I really appreciate it.
No doubt.
For having us on there. So thank you.
Yeah, you got to support each other in the city. Yes,
of course.
And of course, one of the models, man, Hugh, / model teacher, Peter Parker. Yes, Hugh. Yes.
Peter Parker and your Miles Morales.
Definitely.
Hey man, listen, it's been a great pleasure working with you, and I appreciate you getting us on the show as well. This is a new experience for me as well, and it's pretty cool. I like it.
Oh yeah. Hey, well, you want to know something? I definitely would like to have you guys back on in the future. And definitely would like to work with both of you again. You guys are definitely on the guest list that I do want to come back. So yes, yes, you do.
Sure.
I definitely would love to have you back, and definitely would like to work with you again, Darcia, and also welcome you again, Hugh, in the future.
You can't say again yet because we got that big one.
Oh yeah, yes we do. Yes.
So you gonna walk with me soon.
Oh yeah, definitely. And before we close out, real quick, where can our viewers and our listeners find you at on social media? Ladies first.
I was gonna say the best for last, so I'll go first. So Hurricane Hugo, you can follow me if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. So HURRICAYNE_HUGO.
All right. And Darcia, where can they find you at?
So you can follow us, my organization's page at Embrace.Curves, Embrace.Curves on Instagram, and if you are interested in personal styling, you can find me on my personal page or my business page, Darcia_Vega, DARCIA_Vega, or studio.noel, studio.noelle. And if you are looking for photography services, you can find me at sn.media, sn_media too. So,
All right. We want to thank you for listening to No Static Radio. We just finished listening to the rap radio show here on the station where we don't bring the static, but we sure enough bring the noise. Make sure you guys check us out on social media. We absolutely love to hear from you at facebook.com/NoStaticRadio LLC, on Twitter at NoStatic_radio, and on Instagram at @the_real_NoStaticRadio, and on YouTube as well at No Static Radio, and our newest platform, Discover TV. Just type in No Static Radio. And also, if you'd like to listen to replays of this show and others on NoStaticRadio.net, especially my show, of course, make sure you check us out on Mixlr, MIXLR.com, or on Mixcloud.com. Just type in No Static Radio in the toolbar for replays of this show and others on this platform. And for continuous streaming, listen to us on TuneIn.com or LiveOnlineRadio.net and MediaQ. Just type in No Static Radio in the toolbar for continuous streaming of this show and all others on this platform. And for a more in-depth look at all things No Static Radio, including upcoming events, merchandise, or an in-depth look at all our show hosts, please visit our website at www.nostacradio.net for all things No Static, Thank you so much for sharing your time with us, and let us know what it is and what you got. And here we got more music for your listening pleasure. Here on the Voice of the Revolution. NoStackRadio.net is powered by Google and Colors on YouTube, and sponsored by Lamont Avenue Wines, Cleveland Rugby League, and Design Me Exclusively. All right, y'all. I will see you guys again this week on Thursday, and we are out of here. All right. Finish the drinks.
So wait, colors like the Colors Studio?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is awesome. I watch them all the time.
Yeah, I heard
That is raw. That's nice.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you gotta get into it. So they have like different. They call it colors because they have a different color background for each.
I never heard of them. She
Yeah.
got me into them.
Oh
Yeah,
my
she
God,
got me
you need
into
to
them.
get
Yeah.
So like you can find your favorite artist performing their songs.
Where did they go? I thought it was wine because it was at a winery. The winery was still on that.
Yes.
This is me and him. Okay,
Yes.
so the first question is, so are me and him, so are we going to, well, one is Mimi coming back?
And I know that was the second person you were walking.
Oh, and, okay, and then the second question I had was, so are we going to do the opening scene?
So I still want you to do the opening scene. I haven't, it's been hard trying to find someone to sponsor you guys outfits. That's the thing. So I found the sponsor for the women. So my question to you is, do you have, I know you got the black pants, but do you have a double-breasted blazer?
No, y'all know what that is either.
So a double-breasted is just like this. It's like that. You see how it's double-breasted? You got the two buttons.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I got that. No.
And I know you can find them thrifting, but that's what you would need because I could get the ascot for you. I just can't get the blazer. You just need a white shirt, a white button-down shirt, some black slacks or whatever. It's just finding the blazer. I have one more place that I want to try to link up with this week. It's a guy and see if he'll be able to sponsor some of those for us. But that's been the hardest part is trying to find someone to sponsor.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. So, like, should I probably try to find them this week to that guy sponsor?
No, I would still be on the look for one. So try the Goodwill. You could try Candy. What's it, Candy? Candy will have them and you can return it if you need to. You can definitely return it. Just make sure you have the needle gun. I can get a needle gun. I ain't trying to tell you what you do, but you can return it.
So try to find it. And if
I
I
would
can't
say
find
try
that
to find
suit,
it.
if I can't find that suit, I'll let you know.
Let me know ASAP because I would need to have to have that one. Or do you have like a nice vest? Have you seen the vest that's doing it?
See that? That's what I have to see the outfit. I mean,
So this is what I took a vest that Noah already had. So this is a vest that he wore, like this is the same vest he wore with his suit last year. And all I did was take my boyfriend's ascots. I think the ascots are not enough. Even if you just have a white button-down shirt and a vest. I would like paisley. It really, it don't. So this,
I never heard that before either.
it's a print. It's a print. So I can send you all some samples, but if you can find like a double-breasted blazer, it don't really matter the color. Just let me know so I know what kind of ascot you like. But I would try Candy, try a Goodwill. In some of those stores, they have secondhand stuff, some good quality secondhand stuff. So if you could get text, I know you text me your size, but just text me again so it can be fresh. Text me your size.
Just the close I have to invest. That's why I like stuff like that. Like just the close I have to
I could
invest.
probably switch the buttons out. I might switch the buttons out for you. But yeah, if anything with a print on it, if you get a vest, I would prefer to have like some type of print. And I can get the ascot for you. And just, you got a white button down shirt? You got a white button down? Okay. I know, I gotta find you something to wear.
So you about to reset? You about to say something, Marie?
I
Oh no, they're
wouldn't
gonna
say
say we turn
nothing.
the music down. They're gonna say something. But okay, so yes, I can try to find that. Okay, I mean, I just didn't know that. Like, 'cause I know we didn't like practice that scene, that opening scene of yours, or yeah.
Nobody has practiced because I thought, so what Mimi had you all doing was something similar to what I wanted you guys to do. So I'm gonna send, but it's not that complicated. So I'm gonna send you the scene off of Bridgerton. Have you all watched Bridgerton? No.
Started it.
So there's a scene. Yeah, so when they court, they looking for different women, they kind of court, and then they kind of walk up, and it is just like a little walk. And so we have a violinist. So you're gonna be, live violinist. Yeah. So she's playing one classical piece that you all will be kind of doing, like where they do the courting in Bridgerton, and then you all will walk off. And then once she starts performing, she's performing another piece of violinist, Overnight Celebrity. Yeah. I wanted to.
We're gonna practice that scene at
No, we
Thursday or
definitely
Saturday?
practicing.
Okay.
Yeah, but when she's performing that, it's gonna be just a regular, nothing too